Hi Sadie, my name's Johnny and I'm the spirit painter. I'm calling here from Maui, Hawaii, and I just had an experience where my wife shared the story that you shared on Instagram a couple days ago, and I was very inspired by that. What I do is I meet with people and I paint their personality and their spirit based on the colors that I see and feel around them. When I meet with them, it's kind of like I'm just able to paint this painting, and it comes really easy. So I sit with them for about an hour and I listen to their story, and then when it's all done I turn the painting around and I show it to them, and it's this way of color therapy that reminds them who they are, but also reminds them of what they've shared with me, so that they can always remember, instantly look at this painting and kind of see and feel, remember who they are. After I heard your story, I thought, wow, I can paint that. Because I know that you're out there helping other women and helping other people understand their path, understand their struggles. And I wanted to let you know that I see the brilliance from my little tiny perspective of your life, and I see those colors. Anyways, last night I went ahead and I painted your painting. Typically, like I said, I meet with the person and I paint that way. But your story was so genuine and powerful, I knew that I could go ahead and paint it right away. So I went ahead and painted this painting, and if you'd like, I'd like to share this painting with you and explain some of the colors and the meaning behind them. So here it is. I typically paint on wood like this. It makes it really tangible and something that someone can keep forever. So if you're ready, on 3 I'm going to turn this painting around and share it with you. 3. So here's your painting. Immediately, once I heard your story, I started to see and feel this magenta. And magenta to me means compassion. I see somebody that's gone through something, and that's how we learn and gain empathy. And so I see that in this beautiful magenta color. I also see this bright green color, and to me, green means selfless love, or this giving love, like plants or trees or vegetation. They're always giving and they're always growing. I love how electric this green is. It has this yellow hue to it, showing the joy and happiness that you find in serving and giving people. And especially, my wife also showed me your candy account, and I love how electric you and your sisters and friends get about things that make people happy. Another color I see is this orange color, which to me represents wonder and excitement, wanting to try new things. But I also love that in that you're humble. You are somebody who appreciates real activities, like walking to church with your family or little connections with people. The white in my paintings, and you can see a little bit of this white popping up in your painting, almost always represents God or purity or His hand and direction in your life. And you have this really, really unique white shape right here. It feels like this source to all these other shapes. And the shapes are also a big part of my artwork. I like to explain shapes. They kind of tell how the colors uniquely work in your life. To me, it feels like this whiteness, this is the source of everything you do. You want to be pure, and you want other people to have not only that peace, but that light and that power in their lives. So around that, this brown, showing your humility and wonder for the world. Then right here we have some indigo colors that show also your ability to understand and find empathy for people's lives. And I think a lot of that comes from your challenges. And in your story, the story that I watched, you opened up about your addiction to some prescription drugs and etc. And I see that in here, and there are some darker hues, and I think that goes along with your vulnerability to share not only the good, but some of the hard things in your life. Sometimes I include darker colors, like you can see up here, to remind the world and to remind people that it's not only about bright colors, life's not only about bright colors, but that even dark colors can be very, very beautiful. Who's to say that a dark indigo is any less beautiful than a yellow? It might be less bright or less brilliant, but that it's there and that somebody else sees that. You also have this golden color right here, which I would represent, I would use to represent identity. When you see that, you know who you are. It represents people who just kind of have this understanding of who they are, and I think that's something that you've developed through some of your struggles and through seeking this light, seeking this perfection, and perfection being peace and happiness and whole and power to your identity. There's this aqua color here, which represents grace and following the smooth path. But right here especially, I think this is one of your main talents, is this compassion. That when you talk with the people that you communicate with in your Instagram account and in other ways, you genuinely do love them and you want to help them and you also feel for them. The white behind here represents how pure that is and how much that's backed up by God. Then of course right above here is this blue, and I use blue to represent communication. A lot of my color beliefs are very, very similar to the chakra system. So you have this compassion, and you mean you've had these real life experiences, and then this is your way of explaining it to the world. Anyways, Sadie, I hope that when you see this painting, you get a similar experience that a lot of people do when they see their spirit painting, that it just kind of feels like you in color form. And I'd love to explain a little bit more about this and also share more about this art form with you and your family. If you have any questions, please let me know. But I've enjoyed painting and sharing your painting. I hope you have as well.